Game 4 of the NCSTV Mission Oak Showcase from Mission Oak High School in Tulare, California. Mark Heffernan and Gabe Camarillo. And this will be between the Shafter Generals, blue and gold from Kern County. That's about 19 miles from Bakersfield, where I'm from, and then Redwood Rangers from Visalia. Redwood in white and kind of medium blue colors. And, of course, Shafter deep blue and yellow or gold, whichever you prefer. Now, both these teams compete in Division II, Shafter from the South Sequoia League and Redwood from the West Yosemite League. So Shafter in a league really with smaller schools. You have Cesar Chavez from Delano. You have McFarland, a new addition. You got Wasco, Taft. Bakersfield Christian moved out, and they're in the South Yosemite League, the same league as Golden Valley. And let me see, they actually did give me the starting lineups, but it's kind of hard for me to read unless I put my glasses on. Yeah, so, I can look better without them on. But at any rate, here, as you look at the lineup for Redwood, the stars should be number 5, Destiny Rodriguez, number 22, Hannah Kernan, Clarissa Avila, number 23, Janessa Hara, Christy Hetherington, and Shafter, number 10, Monica Berrieta, Francesca Santos, 20, Ariana Vega, 21, Frenchie Ruiz, 34, love the name, Abigail Perez, number 40 for the Generals. So Shafter Generals, Redwood Rangers. And I've done a few things at Redwood, especially Mineral King Bowl in Visalia, doing some football games there at COS and Modesto JC and some high school stuff. And so never done anything at Redwood High School. Redwood with the ball. And then move left to right here in the first quarter. The Redwood Rangers.
Both these teams are really good at just the speed defense aspect of basketball. They can guard the perimeter well, so expect to see a lot of inside scoring. But along with that, these teams also are good at scoring inside the paint themselves. So they defend the paint well, but they can also attack it.
Look at Shafter Bakersfield High School Division II playoff game 2 years ago. PA work, and Shafter had a very good team, but and they played BHS strong all the way. I think BHS went on to win a Division II title. They moved to Division I. Rashawn Sheehy was the head coach. High off the glass, no good. A girl came from out of bounds back in for Redwood, and you can't do that. Sean Pennell, the head coach for Shafter, and Gary Hilton, head man for Redwood. A nice guy, Gary Hilton. WYL. Redwood, one of the older schools in Visalia, along with Mount Whitney. So both teams getting off to a rough start here. Berrieta, number 20. And that's Vega. A little weave work. Sean Pennell has been coaching here for a while. I wonder if he went to Foothill High School. The name sounds familiar. Out of bounds to Redwood.
That was Frenchie Ruiz who missed the jump shot. She was open, and that is her shot, mid-range area. That's her expertise. Expect to see her knock that shot down more as the game progresses.
By the way, I told the head coach of the Fresno Warriors, I'll see you in Fresno for the section finals. And she kind of looked at me. Wasn't real confident, but we'll see. They're in Division III, though, aren't they?
I know that they were in the section finals, I believe, last year or the year before. And they're a good squad. Losing to Strathmore is nothing to be ashamed about. Strathmore is a really good team.
Nice drive rebound for the Generals. Nobody has scored yet. Got a pitcher's duel. I'll try to kick it out to the wrong team. Rangers 32 to the glass. And rebound by number 22, Hannah Kernan. And Hannah with 2 points. Timeout. Redwood 2, Shafter nothing on NCS TV.
This broadcast of the Mission Oaks Showcase is brought to you by the NCS TV Summer Basketball Camp. 5-day overnight camp for 4th to 12th graders. Register now with a $99 deposit and earn $100 off camp enrollment. Go to NorCalSportsTV.com/camp for all the details. And really, as we see, as both teams huddle, Sean Pennell really getting into his team, trying to light a fire under them.
Oh, yeah.
No scoring so far for the Generals, but it isn't for lack of trying. And as I mentioned, the defense for both squads is something to look at because both teams play great perimeter defense, but they also play paint defense so well, and they also love to score into the paint. So all these different storylines going into this one should be fun to watch.
Glorieta averages 11 points a game for Shafter, number 10, and 5.5 for Francesca Santos. 9.8 for Abigail Perez, number 40. Heidi Lindsay at 3.9. They shoot about 31% from the field, 37.5 points a game for Shafter, 27 rebounds, 8.7 assists, and 8 steals. They're competing in Division II. Great in their league, the South Dakota League, 4-1, 9-11 overall, playing some tougher teams. And down 2-0. Foul on the drive, right baseline. Then Redwood competes in the WYL. Didn't have any stats for Redwood. It'll be Shafter ball. Gotta get on the scoreboard here, the Generals.
Shafter's going to play a slow pick-and-roll type of pace. Look at that right there.
Little floater's good. Number 10, Glorieta.
Those are the plays the Rangers want to make.
The big-time score, but their leading score. 2-2 game. Redwood Rangers, Shafter Generals. Kind of shot. Pennell's yelling rebound. His team's not doing it. Shafter doesn't have a lot of height. Neither does Redwood, actually.
Yeah, that's something that I was thinking about right now.
Was Chapa, one of the sisters for Strathmore, really the only girl that had height their size for Strathmore. It was quick, they're really fast and quick.
This is a transition from the last game we called, which was Fresno and Strathmore. Those two teams they had some bigs on the team, especially for Fresno, and now both teams we're looking at for Redwood and Shafter. They don't really have that size that Fresno had.
Aaron Williams, man, I tell you.
Oh, she was a great player for Fresno.
Big girl, but she could do a lot of things well. Has an overall game. That's 33. Hetherington. 2 free throws for Redwood. 4-2 Rangers. Nice little press in the backcourt for the Rangers. Double team. And a steal. And missed layup. Here come the Generals down 4-2. It's a 2-on-2. I'll split the defense. And it's a jump ball scenario. Redwood ball.
Great effort by Monica to split the defense and try and force a foul, but instead it goes the other way. Redwood ball.
Rangers up 4-2 over the Generals. Man-to-man pressure by Shafter. Ball is blocked. Covered by Shafter. Redwood backs off a little bit in their pressure. Shafter down 4-2. High lob right baseline. Double team.
What a
back
pass.
Out. Good pass and knocked back to the Rangers. Almost kicked out of bounds by Shafter. So the Rangers up 4-2. Hilton squad over Pennells. Baseline, Jay doesn't go. And a strong rebound by Ariana Vega, number 21 for Shafter.
Shafter running that pick and roll. As I said, they love running the pick and roll. Missed it right there.
Redwood keeps it alive. They go left to right here. Rangers. Straight to the hole goes Kernan. And Hannah is fouled. I do some tutoring in Shafter, by the way.
Oh, really?
I have done at the Shafter Library, which isn't too far, on the other side of the tracks from Shafter High School.
Oh. Well, really, Shafter something unique about them is that they run the pick and roll, but their pace of play is relatively slow. You see pick and roll teams typically play fast. Shafter is actually the opposite.
Hannah Kernan with a free throw.
And you mentioned that Shafter's only averaged in the 30s in terms of scoring. So
37.5.
They play a type of play that is grinded out, defensive oriented, and they want to keep the game in the 30s and low 40s.
And Kernan 2 for 2, 6'2", Redwood. Checking in Kirsten Mosher, number 4 for Redwood. Number 2 in there also Isabella Valero for the Rangers. 23, Clarissa Avila. Coach said there was a typo. Showed her Avila. He said, no, it's Avila. We settled that. 3-point try hard. Good by number 20, Francesca Santos for the Generals.
Santos had that ball touch the roof before it went in for a swish.
6 of 5 in a row. Number 23, Avila, Redwood. The Rangers up 8-5. Came right back with 2 points quickly. Shafter breaks the pressure, down by 3. So they're playing very well in their league. Another steal by Valero, number 2.
And that is a 3 from way downtown by Shafter's Santos. And
that was a nice looking shot.
That was a nice looking shot, and that has this game still a 3-point game early. Both teams still trying to fill each other out on offense to see what goes and what doesn't. That's typically the type of game plan you want to run early in a game. What sticks to the wall and what is something that you need to abandon in terms of game planning.
Jump shot, top of the key, in and out. From the Generals. That should be a travel. Yeah, Angeles Cholico is able to recover and shuffle her feet. It's always nice to make a turnover then take you out of the game, but that was already predetermined. Calissa Blumhoff was checking in. I've known a few Blumhoffs from the Wasco Shafter area, the Farmers. Wasco and Shafter 8.5 miles apart, pretty much like Tulare and Visalia. About the same distance apart. 8-5, Redwood. Nice steal. Number 33, Hetherington's been good on defense for Redwood. Goes strong to the glass, left-handed, good.
Wow.
Chrissy Hetherington. Yeah, that's a great shot.
Hey, Hetherington.
It's like a Jasmine Soto shot.
Hetherington and Avila are the 2 bigs on Redwood that their size, they're not big players, but because of Shafter's lack of size, they really stand out and they're able to make shots like that. And that shot's
tough shot off the glass
right there.
Like that, rolled in.
Hetherington. She is talented and she already has 4 points in this game so far.
10-5, Redwood over Shafter. Gabe said Shafter likes to keep it down. They average 37.5 points a game. Yeah, you want to keep it down to give yourself a chance to win. But you're down by 5 here late in the first quarter. 2 minutes to play. But the best offensive team we saw today was the Hoover Patriots, who scored 90. And they never let up. Redwood going to the free throw line, Kirsten Mosher, number 4, as they are attacking the glass. And second personal foul on number 11, Angeles Cholico for Shafter.
And that foul got a rise from the crowd here. A lot of Redwood fans here. Redwood High School just down Mooney Boulevard here from Tulare. Of course, we'll see later on tonight when Mission Oak plays. This crowd may fill up because
the biggest crowd we have was game 2 so far today.
Yeah.
I noticed that, and like I said, Mission Oak should have more, obviously.
That'll be a good game. Mission Oak Hanford coming up next after this one.
Kirsten Mosher with a free throw, 11-5. Favorite Redwood. Shafter breaks the press. Almost a travel. They didn't call it, but it actually was. And these girls getting down. That's Avila 23. Possession-wise for Shafter. It's a very difficult shot going to a left shooting back with your right hand.
That was a bad shot selection, I have to say. Just by Monica Beretta from
You have to learn how to
Shafter.
go left to right and pull up for a jump shot.
Right, that was the one-handed shot was a little off balance, and with a contested look, that
kind of just throw it up.
Yeah, you could look
really
for better
shot,
shots.
kind of
You could look for better shots than that.
Nice floater. Generals down 11-5. 1 minute plus to play in the first quarter. Here from Mission Oak High School in Tulare. NCS TV Mission Oak Showcase. Three-pointer, left wing in.
There you go. Monica Beretta, after taking a tough shot last time, hits a three right there. And that was a good look by Beretta. She is
turnover against
improving.
Redwood, so 3-point game, 11-8. Shafter will have the ball. Sean Pennell, he's a little bit happier about things.
There's that stroke by Beretta, and you're right about that. Pennell has to be happy with that. Those types of shots, they're high-quality shots, and there's a high chance that you'll make them. So don't rush any shots if you're Shafter. Take what the defense gives you and take the open looks.
That's a good flow, but misses from the Redwood Rangers. Hetherington's been a key component, number 33. Handles the ball well for the Rangers. Three-pointer. It's off the lip of the rim. Rebounded by Shafter. Come the Generals. Nobody getting the second shots for either team. That's Santos, number 20. Francesca. Blumhoff almost stepped out of bounds. Floater good by 21. Ariana Vega. Nice shot in the paint. Directly to the basket. 11-10. Rangers. Clock winding down here in the first quarter. Almost a skill, but a foul against Shafter.
Here's a replay. She just fell down. I don't think it was a crossover. She just fell, but nice bucket by Ariana Vega of Shafter. And it's a one-point game. Shafter was down 10-5 earlier, then has gotten on a 5-1 run to keep this game close.
Check in for Redwood. 9.3 seconds left in the first quarter. 11-10 Rangers over the Generals. Block shot winding down. Shafter the rebound. That would do it. After one, Redwood 11, Shafter 10 on NCS TV. Level 10, Redwood over Shafter after one here, game 4 of the NCS TV Mission Oak Showcase. It's very weird, Gabe, for me to be at a game with no PA announcer because I do a lot of that stuff. It seems like it's like missing something.
It's
but
just
nobody's talking over us.
Just gnat sounds and ambient noises, really. The squeaking of the sneakers and whatnot.
Yeah, I can hear that. So it'll be a jump ball situation. Possession for the Generals. Bringing the ball in, Santos, number 20. Full court pressure by Redwood. Everybody in the back court.
We've seen a lot of that today. A lot of full court pressures from a lot of teams.
Pennell says, help out, help out. That's a foul. Cutting to the basket, Heidi Lindsay, number 42 for Shafter.
And if you run a full court press, if you run a full court press, there's no reason to foul like that. You rely on pressure and defense to take care of the rest, not the fouling.
Pull up Jay, looked like a partial block. As Blumhoff tried a shot from 14 feet away, it was partially blocked. Then we had another jump ball situation, and possession goes to Redwood. The possession arrow Now they will flip it on the other side. 7:30 to play here in the first half. 11-10 Rangers over the Generals. Nice drive. High off the glass, right side misses. That's going away from the backboard, which is a tough shot. Tough to make it at least. Now the best players can because they have that right spin. Not a tough play for Soto, but Soto can go up and under people. And you saw her. It's probably a legal screen.
Man, what defense by Redwood on the perimeter, not letting any of Shafter's guards get any separation for a potential drive into the lane or a shot attempt.
Vega, number 21, and Chalika, number 11 for Shafter, both have 2 fouls, 2 personal fouls. She was more blocking than doing a screen.
What a block!
It's not a foul. That was a great block.
Well, it looked like a straight block
from
Shafter's Heidi Lindsay. She just put her hands up, and the Redwood guard couldn't go anywhere except back down towards the floor. Lindsay
Sabrina Denigan
with the
checks in
physicality.
30 for Shafter. Beat the pressure again. That's a good pass. Can they finish? Redwood collapses very quickly, knocks it out of bounds. The Rangers up 11-10.
There's the block. And I think it caught the Redwood guard by surprise, really. Lindsay was a brick wall standing in the lane, not budging one bit.
Try to 3. Just kidding. 6:35 of the clock here in the first half. And double dribble. Traveling against Shafter. That's when you think about dribbling and passing at the same time. When you're trying to say something, you think about something else. And then
exactly.
2 words come together. Weird. I know about that. That's a great play by number 10, Burrieta. Remind me of Soto. Speeding to the basket, almost lost control of the ball, was still able to knock it down. Had a soft touch. And Shafter's on top, 12-11. Generals battling back. Coach Pennell. One-on-one work.
Tough shot attempt.
From Shafter. Generals now up by 1 point. That's traveling against Vega, number 21.
And that's the great steal by Burrieta. And we've talked about her a bit. She struggled with shot selection earlier in the game, and we got on her. But she really, in reality, she's one of the better players on the Shafter team. Just in terms of defense and getting on the fast break with a steal, or she knocked down a 3 earlier. But she has 2 fouls.
Games is their top scorer.
She has 2 fouls, and that's important to keep note of because if they lose her, that's a big loss.
Got to put her hands in her pockets a little bit. A bad shot. 3-pointer try doesn't go. So Redwood not finding the rim. Their ally so far in this game, being down 12-11. Hetherington was pretty good defense for Redwood, 33. 3-pointer misses. Here comes Redwood. Hetherington, 33 to the right. He's back out. Hetherington going left. Pulls up left-handed shot. Good. That's beautiful.
Hetherington finally getting something to go for Redwood.
About a 14-footer.
It's been a while since they scored a bucket. They went on a long scoring drought for the last couple of minutes.
Now they're up 13-12 over the Generals. Pennell up on his feet, as is Hilton for Redwood. Matchup between teams from different leagues. Redwood Western Sumner League, Shafter South Sequoia League.
Oh, great pass inside.
And then traveling against Heidi Lindsay, 42 of Shafter. And I think generally the case, Redwood has a stronger league than Shafter plays in, the WYL and SSL. Stronger teams, but with the competitive equity doesn't mean a lot of difference. They base you on what you've done the past 2 or 3 years, championships, league championships, et cetera, like that. Shafter's not in Division II in too many sports, in other words, I'm trying to say. Because they were in Division V in football last year, and I did the game they lost to Kennedy in their own league. Shafter clobbered them 3 weeks before, and Kennedy beat them in the championship game at Shafter. And like I said, my very first game I did in the area was Wasco and Shafter, a long time ago, by the way. And so I felt kind of bad for them because, it's been hard to win championships. Left side, shot doesn't go. Out of bounds to Redwood, 13-12 Rangers over the Generals.
I gave credit to the Generals. They're making it not easy for Redwood to get a clean look. Redwood has not scored more than a bucket in over a couple minutes here. They scored on Hetherington's jumper, but
that shot.
That was tough.
And that was a tough shot with the left hand.
That's all Redwood has had is tough shots because Shafter's so good at.
Not denting the scoreboard either, 12 points.
Ooh, hard on the floor.
That's a strong fall by Sabrina.
She shook that off quickly.
Blonde.
Shafter's so good at just defending Redwood's outside guards. And Redwood, too, is defending Shafter well. It's a 13-12 game, and this is going to stay low scoring.
High arch misses. Getting her own rebound is Lindsay, number 42.
Poor slippery. Everyone's
Coach,
falling.
What's up? Pal. Maybe it was oil on the coat. I don't know.
Tough shot right there on the perimeter.
That was a poor pass, turnover against Redwood. Hetherington threw the ball to the opposite of Valero. Opposite direction behind her to the left. And she couldn't handle it.
Those down-court passes are hard to make, especially in such a tight window. You have to be a quarterback sometimes in order to
Pat Mahomes.
thread those needles.
Patrick Mahomes. There you
go. Super Bowl's next Sunday, my friend.
In any window. The third two taken to the hole. Haro. Janessa Haro, 32 for Redwood.
That's a nice quarterback pass right there, down court.
Lindsay taking it strong to the rack. Looks like she's fouled by Hetherington, 23. Like the drive by Lindsay.
Look at the replay of that layup, and points have been hard to come by. So on a fast break, you got to take advantage and convert those points.
And Lindsay shooting free throws. Yes. Heidi Lindsay for the Shafter Generals.
She had a big block earlier in this game, and here she is converting at the charity line.
Makes 1 out of 2. And traveling against the Generals. So Coach Gary Hilton up on his feet, as is Sean Pennell. Pennell's been out the entire game. Nervous energy. Well, when I coach, I never sat down either. Step back. Jumper doesn't go.
That was a good shot look, though.
It was. Looked good.
Step back,
deep.
Great separation. Can't ask for much more on that.
Pull up J. Boom. Comes Redwood. 15-13 Rangers over the Generals. To the right side, that's Sarah. Set up at a three-pointer. Nailed by Clarissa Avila.
They've been missing that. They've been missing the perimeter points, and they finally got a three-pointer right there. The hope is for Redwood that they continue to hit it from outside.
The Rangers +5. Over and back against Shafter.
There's that look again where it's like, what? What did I do?
And we have some refs in the fan. You know, some of the fans are refs to our right, but that's okay.
They always have that at every game, but calls usually go both ways, so no reason for
Doesn't
that.
happen too often, the up, over, and back. We've seen it maybe 3 times today, and this is our 4th game. And they hardly ever call 3 seconds in the lane. I think 1 time today.
And with both teams being such great paint defenders, obviously that may happen where you have a defender inside the paint for longer than 3 seconds.
It's a jump ball. He goes to Shafter. Avila did a great job getting to the ball for Redwood to force the jump ball, number 23.
We got to get across the timeline.
Nice pressure by Redwood. Shafter needs some points. Left corner 3. Doesn't hit iron or anything.
The ball's on the floor. Whenever the ball's on the floor, Shafter or Redwood sending someone after it to dive for it, and
Fouls on
We've seen that all day
Perez,
today.
number 40 for Shafter.
We've seen that all day today from all 4 games.
I'm wrong. That
These
was
ladies are willing to.
French
go for these
Ruiz was
balls.
the foul, 34. So for Shafter. Redwood has 5 team fouls. Shafter has 7. So it should be 1 plus 1 for 23. Clarissa Avila for Redwood. 1 plus 1. Foul in the backcourt. There's the second one coming up. Hetherington's played very well, 33 for Redwood. And Beretta has been a top player for Shafter so far. Makes them both.
Hetherington and Avila both played really well for Redwood. And
23 and 33.
the backcourt duo, or the frontcourt duo, I should say, really stepping up.
Nice trap.
Nice save right there
Was
for
a good
Shafters.
save for the Generals.
Sabrina Tinogian.
They're creating a little bit of havoc for Shafter ball handlers. 5 seconds on the shot clock. And Shafter throws it away. And strong to the hole, 33 Hetherington for 2 for Redwood.
And all of a sudden, it's a 10-0 run for Redwood.
They
That
really
came out of
opened it
nowhere.
up. Shafter is definitely struggling. And then another steal. Man, that's hard going to the rack, number 32 left side. Shafter losing their concentration somewhat.
And that's really the key to why Shafter is falling behind all of a sudden as you see the replay of a great finish at the rim for Redwood. And they'll continue to find points like that. Those layups, those are crucial. Here's free throws at the line.
I guess this game is not exciting enough for the security guard in the far end. He was yawning.
It's been a long day, Mark. Game started at 12 o'clock, and
I told the refs
still moving on.
yesterday during the Liberty Centennial game, keep the crowd off the court, okay? They told me, hey, sit down.
This is a great showcase for Mission Oak. Second time they've had this with NorCal Sports TV, and you know,
maybe
fans
he's
have showed
not
up
truly a basketball fan. 24-13 Redwood. Shafter finally scores. Ali Hanner, number 12 with 2. They've been in the drought for a long time after they took the lead, down by 9 points, 24-15. Backdoor play, missed by Hetherington. Was she fouled? I guess so. Number 33? Yes. She's going to the foul line. I heard the coach yell backdoor, but that was too late.
Shafter's overmatched physically by Redwood, and you can see that because every time Redwood gets into the paint, they are fouled by Shafter. Shafter's unable to guard the inside players of Hetherington and Avila.
So Hetherington's second of 2 coming up. Well, Sean Pennell tells his team at the half. Shafter High coach.
I feel Sean Pennell needs to tell his team to just play their style of play because we saw that happen in the first quarter and the beginning of the second quarter. They were up 13-12. They were keeping the score low. But as soon as they give up fast break points to Redwood, it's over for them.
Another steal. Kernan to the basket, 22.
Plays like that have happened.
A lot of turnovers. The Redwood press is really bothering them. They're trapping, and it's been a sloppy game. Another turnover on the sideline in front of the coach, Hilton, for Redwood.
Pennell at halftime needs to
Pressured by the Rangers.
Pennell at halftime needs to tell his team to stop with the turnovers in midcourt because really it kills all momentum they have. Whether or not they turn the ball over in the second half will determine whether or not they come back in this game.
Three-pointer, high arch, too deep. And 27-15 Redwood over Shafter, NCS TV. Mission Oak Showcase on NorCal Sports Television at the break.
Finding athletic college scholarships can be an overwhelming task for athletes. It's essential to utilize experts and former college coaches who know the ins and outs of college recruiting. At Recruiting Boost, we help prospective student athletes navigate the recruiting process from start to finish, ultimately helping them earn scholarship opportunities. We don't rely on cold emails or large databases. Instead, we have direct contact with college coaches. Contact us today. Finding athletic college scholarships can be an overwhelming task for athletes. It's essential to utilize experts and former college coaches who know the ins and outs of college recruiting. At Recruiting Boost, we help prospective student athletes navigate the recruiting process from start to finish, ultimately helping them earn scholarship opportunities. We don't rely on cold emails or large databases. Instead, we have direct contact with college coaches. Contact us today. Finding athletic college scholarships can be an overwhelming task for athletes. It's essential to utilize experts and former college coaches who know the ins and outs of college recruiting. At Recruiting Boost, we help prospective student athletes navigate the recruiting process from start to finish, ultimately helping them earn scholarship opportunities. We don't rely on cold emails or large databases. Instead, we have direct contact with college coaches. Contact us today.
Game 4 of the NCSTV Mission Oaks Basketball Classic from Mission Oak High School in Tulare. We have a 27-15 lead for Redwood at the half over Shafter. The Rangers over the Generals. Redwood plays in the West Yosemite League and Shafter in the South Sequoia League. Now, Shafter this year are doing very well in the league, SSL, at 4-1, 9-11 overall. They played a tough non-league schedule, and not too many teams in the SSL are Division II in any sports. And Redwood in the WYL, 8-13 coming in, and either 1-3 or 2-3 in the WYL. So they look like the better team. They're struggling in a tougher league, and Shafter is not having a great game, but they're winning their league, the SSL. So a little bit difference in leagues here between the South Sequoia League and West Yosemite League.
Well, let's see how Shafter comes out in the second half. Obviously, turnovers late in the second quarter really got them behind 12 here at halftime. If Coach Penn will really lit a fire under this team at halftime, then we should see the turnovers cease, and we should see the paint play increase.
He's trying to light fire. See if it works. Rebound to the Generals. Generals played some pretty good competition in the last few years. I mean, they played Bakersfield High in a playoff. Shafter doesn't play BHS in anything. And I thought that they moved them up D2. I thought they're more of like a D3 team, but it's a competitive equity. They can petition to move down, but they want to stay in D2.
I mean, no school wants to they could, yes, but Shafter's too proud of a school to move down in D3. And honestly, they're showing me stuff today that I think that they could stand a chance in D2. Just their ability to go after the ball and really the perimeter defense.
Well, I think they can compete in D2, but what chance do they have of winning a D2 championship? That's why I'm saying it's not the fact that you move up in division. You actually have a chance to win a championship in that division. And a lot of teams that move up don't. Like there are Bakersfield schools, they move them up to D1 when they win a couple D2 championships, and they're not going to beat Clovis North or Clovis West. Basketball by Haro for Redwood. I mean, at the most they'll win one playoff game over 2 or 3 years, and they'll move them back down to D2 because they're not true D1 teams. I won't mention the names and everything, but you know, Clovis West, Clovis North, Bakersfield High, Liberty, certain schools are pretty much D1 in about every sport, give or take here and there. And don't drop off that much from year to year. Some of the smaller schools have some good athletes over a 2-year period. Basketball good by Avila off glass, number 23.
Well, in this basketball game, Shafter has struggled to stop the paint play by Redwood Rangers, and the Rangers are really taking it to the Shafter Generals with their paint play and also with the perimeter defense.
Well, as you mentioned, the Rangers have more size. Not a lot of size, but more size up front than Shafter, and their girls are pretty good. You look at 23 and 33, they can shoot the ball. Shafter's more of a perimeter team. And they were that way when I saw them 2 years ago. And that year, they had a fantastic record.
Right, and
They're like 20-something in 7 or 8, I think.
Mission Shafter's a perimeter team, and what I think Redwood's doing really good is switching the guards and switching on constantly to limit open looks. That's really throwing the Generals off into this game.
This will be Rangers' ball. Hetherington brings it in. Shafter playing man-to-man. Hetherington to the rack and is fouled.
She's so good at drawing fouls, Mark, because...
And very good as far as moving without the ball.
Exactly, and that's like a James Harden type of player where you're able to draw fouls and just get to the line and score the easy buckets. She's done that a lot tonight.
And James would appreciate that compliment, by the way.
Well, some fans don't think it's a compliment. Some fans complain about it.
I know.
But in this case with Chrissy Hetherington, that is a smart IQ type of player.
Kobe's really good at giving head fakes and drawing fouls. Give a head fakes to guys beyond the three-point line and then kind of leaning a little bit, which you can't do anymore. He's very good at doing that. And I'm a Kobe fan.
When he used to be able to do that, it was a large outcry.
Yeah, he did that a lot.
Nobody likes the three-point play.
That's how he got bailed out. They can't. Hetherington that time almost stole the ball. Well, it's out of bounds by the Generals. Abigail Perez. I'm not sure if she's trying to throw the ball to somebody lying to the basket or she just lost control of it.
The score was 13-12 Shafter in the second quarter. All of a sudden, a 21-2 run, 21-2 for Redwood.
The NBA. There's Hetherington with the left hand. Got it.
Make that 23-2 run for the Redwood Rangers.
Great with the left hand. She wants to be player of the game. Why not? Ball tipped out of bounds by the Generals. They have no offensive flow presently.
There's that replay of Hetherington's sweet floater with a underhand finish. And
Hetherington has a nice quick first step. She's a
really does
for this team.
For a big man, she really does have a great first step and explosiveness towards the net.
Pass a little bit high. 10 for number 12, Annabelle Williamson. But she makes it happen for their team.
Hetherington and
manager and a good driver.
Really, for Shafter, no players really distinguished themselves in this one.
Yeah.
I mean, Monica Beretta had a couple of big plays in the first quarter, but other than that,
you're right.
Shafter really hasn't had a star come out and make plays.
Slightly behind her, and she traveled.
And largely because of that, the mistakes that Shafter has made hasn't allowed one player to take over this game, such as Hetherington has for Redwood.
Wow, look at Hetherington from the flow. A little weave going for Redwood. 35-15. Man, they have blown this one open. High three-pointer. General's got to get something going. Well, they haven't hit from the outside or haven't had a lot of foul shots. Just to really out of sync offensively. Some due to Redwood, some themselves. Top of the key three. Doesn't go. Over the back foul against Shafter. 42, Lindsay. Yeah, it's just not. There's their first personal foul. It's not happening for them, but they're not full court pressing or anything like that. They're staying in the back court. Timeout. 35-15 Redwood over Shafter on NCS TV.
Finding athletic college scholarships can be an overwhelming task for athletes. It's essential to utilize experts and former college coaches who know the ins and outs of college recruiting. At Recruiting Boost, we help prospective student athletes navigate the recruiting process from start to finish, ultimately helping them earn scholarship opportunities. We don't rely on cold emails or large databases. Instead, we have direct contact with college coaches. Contact us today.
A 20-point lead for Redwood over Shafter. 4:32 left in the third quarter. From Mission Oak High School in Tulare. I love that purple rain, reminding me of Prince. Purple and gold reminds me of the Lakers. Royalty. Purple is the color of royalty, which I'm not included in that, of course.
And the purple rain will come at 7 o'clock tonight when Mission Oak takes on Hanford.
I've been telling Cayetano I want to see your best game of the year. He goes, don't put pressure on me. I like to do that.
Oh, what a steal. Right into the scores table.
She has fun out there.
That's Chrissy Hetherington again.
Anticipation, number 33 has. She makes it happen for Redwood.
Heatherton's guarding the backcourt for Shafter. That just shows how versatile she is.
Oh, yeah.
Playing the front court and backcourt on both ends of the floor.
Nice drive by number 10, Beretta, for Shafter.
Look at that.
Both teams
Hustle
have
and
2
determination
fouls.
by Hetherington on that steal, or near steal, knocked out of bounds.
That's Chrissy's first personal foul. Beretta shooting free throws for Shafter, number 10. Only 2 points since way back when.
Shafter has really gone ice cold shooting from the field.
Yes.
They've been unable to get the ball across the timeline a lot of the time because of the full court press of Redwood.
Knocks down the second one. Beretta has been their top player today. 35-16 Redwood. At this point, in control of this game. 19-point lead. Split the defense. Jumper doesn't go, and the Generals have the rebound. Beretta in the back court. 11 points a game, top scorer for Shafter. Average 37.5 points a game. In the 30s percentage-wise, it's still for Redwood. Bad pass. And no foul on the attempt by Becerra, 14 for Redwood. Jump ball situation.
And the steal from
Goes to
Becerra.
Shafter.
The steal from Becerra really shows Redwood's not giving up. They're up.
Oh, no.
They're up big on this one, 19 points, but they're putting the foot on the pedal and they're playing hard on offense and defense. And Shafter really is struggling to find a way around it.
I just don't agree with those type of passes, though. You're hurrying the ball and you're throwing it 5 feet over her head. And she catches the ball. She doesn't have a shot. Left baseline, they're already back. It doesn't, always kind of baffles
Now,
me.
there's ways to attack the full court press and there's ways not to attack it. And throwing those deep down court passes is not going to work to attack that press.
Catch him anyway. Beretta strong to the hole, misses. Lindsay can't get it, and a foul underneath. Yeah, to me, Shafter's best team, I guess, was about 2 years ago when they were playing BHS. They had a fantastic record, and they stayed with the Drillers at BHS down to the wire. They didn't have any size, just a lot of quickness. And because of those teams, they got moved up to D2. Comes Redwood. Got to put some points on the board. Generals. That's a blocking foul against Redwood. And Francesca Santos driving to the hole, number 20.
And Redwood's picking up a lot of fouls here.
14 fouls.
Yes, 14 fouls, and they could soon get to
Hilton bringing in 3.
the bonus
New
threshold.
players.
And if you give Shafter the free throws, they could make them and get into this game. It is a long way away from that, though.
Knock those free throws down. Santos. Yeah. That's it. Frencha Ruiz checks in number 34. 22 is Emily Gomez, Shafter. Pardon me, for Redwood.
Knocks them
And
both.
the free throw is good. Santos. Francesca Santos. 35-18. 17-point lead. Redwood. Cut off the baseline. Good job by Lindsay. Wow, girls falling over the place and not calling a foul. The referees. The three-referee team. See, they have a team also.
Lindsay on Shafter has really done a good job on defense. You saw right there, she drove the forward into the baseline, and that's the type of defense you want to play if they're going to attack the paint like that.
Beretta misses badly. Coming from the left side, a little air ball, but out of bounds to Shafter. Redwood cannot come up with it. Now Gary Hilton is feeling a little frustrated. He's the winning coach, plus 17. Lindsay with the J, high off the rim. Comes Redwood. Like about a 3-on-3. A strong drive. Isabella Valero, number 2 for the Rangers. And Isabella going to the free throw line for 2. Number 2 shooting 2. I like those blue sneakers with their outfit, their uniform.
I do. What about for Shafter's Leigh Hanner? Those are mismatching sneakers.
That's some kind of a new thing going on. It
see-
doesn't go well all with the uniform.
See on the
Totally
broadcast,
opposite
she
of
is the
blue
furthest-
and yellow.
She's on the line, and she has mismatching sneakers also
That's a
next
good
to
way to get noticed, though.
the pink sneakers. Also, I like them next to Ali. Or Ali.
Yeah. Free throw good by Valero. Number 2, 36-18, 1 out of 2 for her. Ureta. Not going to tie a three-pointer. 2:14 to play here in the third quarter from Mission Oak High School in Tulare. Ureta misses badly. Excellent defense by Redwood underneath. Specifically, Caitlin Alvarez, number 34, holding her ground.
Alvarez is a great player for Redwood in that she's able to stand in the paint and limit Shafter's ability to get in for the drive. Shafter has had little to no chance in this game in trying to get attack into the paint, and a big part of that is Alvarez.
Alvarez posting up. She wants the ball. And drive to the hole is Kernan, Hannah Kernan, 22. Another foul against the Generals, 1:52 on the clock here in the third. They try to add to that 36-18 lead.
9 total fouls on this quarter. That is a lot for both squads.
Must be a guy in the front row giving the referee a bad time to our right. Somebody's talking over there. Kernan with the free throw, 7 points for her on the night. Chrissy Hetherington has been the key player for Shafter, though, for Redwood this evening. Ball handling skills and scoring.
She has 12 points in this game.
And Kern's had a good game. So Hetherington and Kern, key cogs for Redwood. Another steal for the Rangers. 30-18. Will they try to use some clock? They will unless somebody is wide open. Nice weave. Just missed. Alvarez with the rebound.
There's Alvarez again
Takes
with
it away
the
from the Shafter
presence
girls.
in the paint.
Three-pointer. Boy. That's against Redwood underneath. The push-off.
That's 16 fouls now for Redwood. It's getting chippy here in the third quarter. Both squads are playing physical, and the refs are catching on to it.
38-18 in favor of Redwood. 1:25 left in the third. Game 4 of our showcase. A trap by Redwood. Keeping that pressure on. Kick back. Man, that's a bad miss on about a 17-footer for Shafter.
And you see
Catch that ball and shoot, not taking your time.
You see Sean Pennell really demonstrating how to shoot on the sideline. He was gesturing towards his team, to his players, really on just the catch and shoot instantly.
He missed that baseline J by a lot. Too much in a hurry. That's a foul on Valera, but she went after the ball very aggressively. So to me, it's not a bad foul. I'm a coach. I like my players to be aggressive. 38-18, they're up by 20. Obviously, it's helped them this game.
Look at the replay of that foul. Fight for the ball, and now it's a 1-and-1 on the other end for Shafter. They're still down 20. These free throws they need to make if they want any chance to come back in this one.
Barry Rutt at the free throw line, number 10 for the Generals. 17 fouls against Redwood, 5 against Shafter. Misses to the left side. Rebound to Redwood. Thrown out of bounds by Valero. Behind the scorer's table. I spent a lot of time at the scorer's table next to the official scorer, so I can know exactly what's going on. Every time I talk to the official scorer, Mark, I can't talk. I'm not watching the game. He's just writing things down. So I get excited about a play. Why are you getting excited? I can't talk. Okay.
What a steal by Shafter.
Yeah. It was a good play. Shalico. Then they throw it away. Here come the Rangers.
That's been the issues for the Generals, just turning the ball over after having a big play like that.
Inconsistency.
That is
Heatherton and Avila have been on the bench. So the other girls doing a good job. Haro, 32. Alvarez, 34. Valero, number 2. Backdoor play doesn't work. Almost a foul against Shafter. She is fast going to the hole. Janessa Haro, 32, with another 2 for Redwood.
And how about Redwood just not letting go, not taking their foot off the pedal?
Half. Like Hoover and like Strathmore, they played better in the second half. 40-18 in favor of Redwood over Shafter as we head to the fourth quarter on NCS TV. Out 40-18 Redwood over Shafter. Shafter with the ball, very tough game for the Generals. You know, they led 11-10 after 1, and then we're down 27-15 at the half, and it's been, I guess, an uphill struggle. Finally, three-pointer by Francesca Santos, her second trifecta of the game, and 40-21 Redwood. Nice looking shot, nice swish. Hetherington back into the game, number 33, in front of us. Avila 23, kind of roaming close to the basket. You have 33 and 23. Backdoor play, Hetherington. Kicks it back out. Jump shot, excellence.
And that hurts Shafter. They just had that three-point shot go, and then they gave up a play like that. And Shafter, they need to string together a bunch of plays, offensively and defensively.
Now I see Coach Pitkin on the far side looking sharp over there. Yeah, looking really sharp. Putting me to shame, I'm wearing jeans. You must have went out shopping for the game today. 42-21, Redwood. The Rangers come up with another steal. It looks like a jump ball scenario. Penalty says, I can't believe it. Throwing his arms. I want a break. I want a call. Hetherington with the ball. Becerra, number 14, just hit a 3. Redwood struggling in the WYL, but looking good today against one of the top teams in the South Sequoia League.
Well, Visalia has a lot of good programs. El Diamante, Golden West.
Yeah.
A lot of good athletic programs in general. Redwood, among them also in baseball, and baseball starts up in a couple weeks. Redwood, their girls basketball team is showing that they're also among them.
And basket number 33, and she wants to be the player of the game.
Hetherington definitely is stepping up, and Redwood in general is showing today that they can stand up against among the best in the Southern Valley.
Mosher shot does not go. It's Avila. Jump shot good.
They're pouring it on now, Mark.
Number 4. Out of bounds. Pouring it on. Not enough. Should I say Becerra, number 14. 47-21 in favor of Redwood over Shafter on NorCal Sports TV.
Finding athletic college scholarships can be an overwhelming task for athletes. It's essential to utilize experts and former college coaches who know the ins and outs of college recruiting. At Recruiting Boost, we help prospective student athletes navigate the recruiting process from start to finish, ultimately helping them earn scholarship opportunities. We don't rely on cold emails or large databases. Instead, we have direct contact with college coaches. Contact us today. Finding athletic college scholarships can be an overwhelming task for athletes. It's essential to utilize experts and former college coaches who know the ins and outs of college recruiting. At Recruiting Boost, we help prospective student athletes navigate the recruiting process from start to finish, ultimately helping them earn scholarship opportunities. We don't rely on cold emails or large databases. Instead, we have direct contact with college coaches. Contact us today. Finding athletic college scholarships.
Redwood of the West Yosemite League, or Shafter of the South Sequoia League. Now Redwood's struggling in their league, but Shafter's 4-1 in their particular league, the SSL. There's a miss. Redwood dominating the boards. Put up and in, the other end by Becerra. And they are really separating from Shafter in this game. 49-21. We saw that with Hoover. An initial win, 90-63 over Selma. That was anywhere from 7 points to 12 most of the way, and they just really expanded it. And then, of course, Strathmore the same way.
Hoover in D3. You mentioned the discussion of Shafter in D2, and right now, based on today's results, Hoover and Shafter would be a good matchup. And really, it comes into question just the way that they arrange the divisions, Division 1, Division 2,
Yeah,
Division
they
3.
arranged that a couple of years ago. I don't know if they do it every 2 or every 3 years. They seem to change that. But Shafter's Division 2, based on what they did maybe 2 or 3 years ago, like I said, the team that I saw played Bakersfield High was much better than this team. And that's why they got moved up to D2.
Nonetheless,
It's not always what you're doing right now. It's what you did maybe 2 years ago. But they call it competitive equity. Yeah, Hoover looks very good for a Division III program. Actually looks too good for a D3 program. Really do. Division. And she missed that one, Hetherington. But they're still fighting. But she got another steal. Steals, assists, points, playing defense. A little bit of everything. Nice rebound, missed shot. It's Becerra, number 14. Knocked away from her, gets it back.
Shafter still keeping Redwood on their toes.
Hetherington misses a 3 from the right wing. From the Generals. And that's Santos, number 20. It's the top of the backboard. Whoa.
That's a tough shot. Nothing saying for Shafter, really, and it's really hard to make a shot right here for
French
Shafter.
and Ruiz going to the free throw line for 2 for the Generals. Number 34. Yeah, that rim is very small for Shafter.
It reminds me a lot of just the game we saw between Emmanuel and Golden Valley. Just Golden Valley could not get a shot to go to save their life, and it seems like Shafter's struggling similarly. And today
Now, Robles 20 in for Redwood. Some of the other girls getting a chance to play for them. Destiny Rodriguez, she was a starter back in. And Hetherington kind of running the show, obviously. And Annabelle Williamson, number 12, getting some more time. 49-24 Redwood. Hetherington kicks it back out. That's a nice drive by Valero. Missed the shot. 3-pointer air ball. Here come the Generals. Down by 25. That's Sholiko, number 11. Thinking about folding it up. Ball's knocked out of bounds from her hands. I think off her leg and out of bounds.
Talking about teams like Shafter and Golden Valley didn't have a great shooting performance. Obviously, it's just one game, and season long, we'll see how those seasons progress. But, with Shafter and Golden Valley, something they can improve on for the rest of the season is just focusing on getting open and getting clean looks and not taking contested shots like Shafter's doing tonight.
Strong drive. Number 12, Annabelle Williamson, number 12 for Redwood. She has 2 charity tosses coming up on the right side of the glass. Off the pass from Hetherington, 49-24, 4 minutes left. So it has been the Redwood show today, especially in the second half. Like I mentioned, as was the case The 3 other teams today, Hoover, game 1, Strathmore. These teams kind of get clicking in the second half, get their game rolling. She made 1 out of 2. Williamson, fan favorites, a player favorites.
It didn't look like it was going to be this way in the first quarter when Shafter was winning 13-12.
Yeah.
You thought both teams were coming to this game defensively minded, but Redwood opened up the floodgates on offense and did it in a variety of ways.
Other to Becerra, misses, right side. Ball kicked around. Grabbed by Shafter, 50-24 at Redwood. Shoot the 3. Right on target, but short by Kalissa Blumhoff.
Ball still in play. The whistle never blew, but Shafter stopped playing as if it did blow and it was out of bounds. Missed opportunity for Shafter.
And 3:25 left in the ball game. Rangers 50. Hetherington, strong drive, left-handed, good.
Hetherington
She
won
has
the game.
for a
She's
total.
happy.
Yeah, very good game, excellent. She has shine today for Redwood, number 33. Hopefully I'll see one of these teams in the section finals in Fresno in late February. It always helps when you've seen the team a few times before. I expect to see Strathmore in Division 5 unless there's some kind of upset. And those happens. That happens in basketball. But when you're familiar with the team, it helps you as a broadcaster, even as an announcer. That's traveling against Williamson. She goes, I scored 1 point. I want to score 3.
Look at the
So
replay.
2:44 left, 52-24.
Hetherington's sweet finish at the rim and uncontested all the way. Everyone's moving out of the way for Hetherington. She has just had that type of game tonight. The rim just seems a little bigger and the lane just seems a little wider for Hetherington.
And she finally leaves. Another steal by number 22 with the left hand. Kernan. These girls are not left-handed, but I like the fact they know how to shoot and make baskets with the left hand layups. And they don't shoot from the rights with the right hand going left.
Well, that's the thing.
Hetherington does that way. That girl does that, and
Yeah, that's the
I
thing,
can never
isn't
do it very well. Never have that confidence.
Finish on both sides of the ball. You never know.
Well, you have to be able to.
Yeah, exactly. You never know what side the defense is going to push you towards,
Yeah.
so you got to be able to finish on either hand. And you've seen that with Redwood. I've seen that with Hoover today as well.
Right. The good players can. They can dribble with both hands effectively, too. Becerra with a steal, 14. Heather Pack puts it in. And it has gotten worse for the Generals. Everybody playing hard for Redwood, and everybody on their team coming up with steals for the Rangers. Starters and reserves. It's been a very solid performance for the Rangers. And like I said, Shafter's 4-1 in the league coming in, and Redwood was struggling. And both teams overall, that's within a game or so, well under 500. 8-13 for Redwood, and 9-11 for Shafter. So Redwood does not look like a sub-500 team, but I'm not really sure who they played. They've been by far the superior team today.
You talked about
this
the
surprises
difficulty.
me too.
Talking about the difficulty of the West Yosemite League.
Well, it's a stronger league, yes.
Exactly. I talked about Visalia's big programs, and Redwood, they're playing against Shafter, and Shafter, they're 9-11, a better record, but Redwood looks like the better team today on the court.
A lot of energy for everybody for Redwood.
And
That's excellent passing. I'm going to miss a shot. Did a good job with the weave, Redwood, and finding the open person. It's Becerra again. A little 3-on-2 with 1 minute left.
This game's cracked wide open. No chance, I feel,
Knocked
for
down
Shafter
some
to come
outside
back.
shots. Spin move. Been hitting the glass. They just, there's Robles with a couple of shots. Number 20. 50 seconds left. 56-24, Redwood. Strong to the rack. It's Hanner for Shafter, number 12. Shoot to 3. Boom, nope. They really don't have to shoot. So a big victory for the Redwood Rangers of the Shafter Generals. I'm surprised by the amount. And Shafter will have the ball probably one more time.
I'm surprised just by the amount that Shafter lost as well. Just, Shafter coming into this game, they're D2, and so you consider two D2 teams going against each other to be close. Shafter, though, the story of the game really is Shafter not being able to shoot it from anywhere on the floor, and Redwood's superior defense. And I wonder who the player of the game is going to be, Mark.
Yeah, I wonder too. 3.9 seconds left.
Now, all that's left is Mission Oak Hanford. That's a big game that I'm excited to call next.
Well, we'll do it. The Redwood Rangers 56, the Shafter Generals 24. Who will be the NCS TV Summer Camp Player of the Game? We'll find out in just a moment on NorCal Sports Television.
Finding athletic college scholarships can be an overwhelming task for athletes. It's essential to utilize experts and former college coaches who know the ins and outs of college recruiting. At Recruiting Boost, we help prospective student athletes navigate the recruiting process from start to finish, ultimately helping them earn scholarship opportunities. We don't rely on cold emails or large databases. Instead, we have direct contact with college coaches. Contact us today. Finding athletic college scholarships can be an overwhelming task for athletes. It's essential to utilize experts and former college coaches who know the ins and outs of college recruiting. At Recruiting Boost, we help prospective student athletes navigate the recruiting process from start to finish, ultimately helping them earn scholarship opportunities. We don't rely on cold emails or large databases. Instead, we have direct contact with college coaches. Contact us today.
I'm here with Chrissy Hetherington from Redwood High School, and she is the player of the game today. Here you go, Chrissy.
Thank you.
Chrissy, you guys struggled in the first quarter, but you guys picked it up in the second quarter with a floodgate of points. What adjustment did you make to cause that to happen?
I think we started slowing down and we ran the offense as our coach was calling out, and I think we started to talk more and work with each other and not be selfish with the ball.
And you yourself was very good today. You had 17 points. What was crucial to your performance tonight?
I think what was crucial was just reading the defense and reading how each other played, and also when they were on offense, getting those fast break layups was really important to my game.
And this has been an up and down season for your team. Obviously, the West Yosemite League is very difficult. So what does a win like this mean in terms of season-long goals?
We struggled going 0-3 at the beginning of league, but we had a big win against LD and now another big win right here. We're ready to finish league really strong.
All right, well, great game, Chrissy. And that's Chrissy Hetherington, your player of the game. Back to you, Mark.
Thank you, Gabe and Chrissy. On NCS TV, one game to go on NorCal Sports Television. Hopefully she's having a community big